Hello, and welcome to Real Talk with Kingsley Ogwudire. And please, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button, subscribe, so we can keep bringing you good content. Now, I'm going to jump right into it. I have a full show today. We haven't done a podcast in a long time, so I want to get right to it. We have a lot of subjects to cover. The first thing is Jay Z. Jay Z has been roped into the the P Diddy controversy. Let's address the elephant in the room, okay? Jay Z has been named in a pretty serious lawsuit, accused alongside Diddy of some horrific things involving a 13-year-old girl, the rape of a 13-year-old girl. Now, I don't know whether it's true or not. I do say that. I don't know whether it's true or not. But the court of public opinion isn't looking so good on hold right now. So when Kenny Smith on TNT made the Jay Z reference during a free throw debate about Stephen A. Smith, check out the video. Check out the video. Tell me what you think about this, because it is wild, y'all. It is wild.
Stop it. You said the man was not even on your level. That's an insult. Stephen A. played college basketball.
So did a lot of people in the world, but he's not in my, no, they're not on.
In fact, you said you were a heavyweight and he was.
It's like
you said you were heavyweight and he was a flyweight.
He's a flyweight. I'm not. You got to work your way up to the champ.
You from New York? That man challenged you on live TV.
Listen, man.
That man said he'll give you a chance.
You think Jay Z or
probably not a good time right now.
He's silly, man.
And Shaq gets up and walks off the stage. Yes. Mere mention of Jay-Z's name is not controversy.
You're silly. You're wrong. You're silly, man. You're silly, man.
Go see if you can fix the wall, will you, Shaq?
Fix the wall, man.
Yeah. Here, back here.
Fix the wall,
I'll go.
man.
See if I can fix the wall.
My point was,
too soon, Kenny.
My point was, you think Kendrick Lamar? How about that? you think Kendrick Lamar is going battle rapping with people on the street? I can't do that. I can't do that.
Anyway, Shaq was shooting some free throws.
Hold on, Chuck.
Tonight.
You think I can hit 5 in a row?
Hell no.
Damn, Chuck didn't even let him finish asking the question. He like, hell no. Well, that goes to tell you, Shaq, you know how he feels. Moving on to the next segment. Let's talk about NFL history and a little bit of beef. This one, y'all, is hilarious. First of all, let me set the backdrop, right? Back in 1984, there was a beast of a man named Mark Gastineau. Mark Gastineau set the sack record with 22 sacks. 22. Unheard of. But in 2002, 18 years later, you know, this record has stood for literally 18 years, almost 20 years. But in 2002, Michael Strahan broke the record with some help from Brett Favre, who seemed to take a dive for that final sack. He seemed to take a dive for the final sack. Now, all these years later, Mark Gastineau never forgot. You know, first of all, look at the play and see, did Brett Favre take a dive? Because it seemed like he ran and just kind of like fell down in front of Michael Strahan, and he hand touched him. And then he stood there and congratulated him. But what's crazy about this is that after all these years, Mark Gastineau never forgot. He confronted Brett Favre at an autograph signing. You know, he confronted Brett Favre. Brett Favre came over to say hello. Check out the video.
A long time ago, at least I saw you.
Right.
How you doing?
When you fell down for him. I'm gonna get my sack back. I'm gonna get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt me. You hurt me, Brett.
We gotta get back to this, Brett. I'm sorry.
Gastineau questioned the legitimacy of Strahan's record.
Now, was he wrong? Was he wrong for, telling Brett Favre off? Like, hey, you hurt me, Brett. You hurt me. Because we're sportsmen. This is one of the things about, as an athlete, you never want to cheapen the game. You never want to cheapen the game. And he felt this is a record that he worked hard to achieve. And here you are laying down for a gimme sack. That could be the difference between that man being in the Hall of Fame or not. What's crazy is that Favre responded on Twitter. Not to apologize. Well, you might be a little apology in it, but he was like, not to apologize. What's crazy is that he says, let me clear the air. Why are you clearing the air? Well, Terrell Owens. You know Terrell. We all know, you remember T.O. Hall of Famer wide receiver T.O. He was like, yo, Favre, why you at it? Why you clearing the air? Why you at it? Why don't you clear the air on those misappropriated funds in Mississippi? If you don't know, Brett Favre, was hit with fraudulent misappropriation of funds in Mississippi. It was all over the headlines that he stole money from the needy. He didn't clear the air about that. So Terrell Owens said, well, why are you clearing the air? Why don't you clear the air about the misappropriated funds? Talk about a mic drop. Talk about a mic drop. But the main question I want to ask is, do you think that the sack, was it legit or was it not? Please drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Was that Favre, or was that Michael Strahan sack on Brett Favre? Was that a dive? Was it legit or not? Let us know what you think. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, so we can keep on bringing you things that make you ponder. All right, so moving on to the next segment. This one, I love this segment. NBA basketball, y'all. NBA. There is a lot of hooping going on right now. A lot of jamming, a lot of people getting facials, a lot of people getting back there. You dunk on me, I'll dunk on you. I love this time of year. For those that don't understand, basketball is a beautiful sport. It's a beautiful sport, especially when there's high competition. And the in-season tournament this year, it is on and cracking. There's 4 teams left. 4 teams. That would be the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Houston Rockets, coached by my boy Ime Udoka, Coach Ime. Man, he's doing a fantastic job over there in Houston. And I'm not saying that because, he's my former teammate. I'm saying that because he is doing a phenomenal job. The same job he did in Boston. Turned, a group of guys that's trying to get over the hump, turned them into a championship team. And now he's taking a Houston team that barely won 20 games before he got there. Last year, he got them winning 40 games. This year, they on the top of the West. Top of the West. Yes, the West. The Wild Wild West. Hey, Modi. Wild Wild West. Hey, Wild Wild West. I love it. But man, he's got them playing straight basketball in the Wild Wild West.
But let's see if Ime can do something about that.
Ime is doing a phenomenal job. So we got Houston Rockets, and we have the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the way they started the season, I was like, Doc gonna get fired. You know, he's about to lose his job. He about to lose your job. No, but Doc turned it around. He turned that around. Amazingly, Dame and Giannis is playing like a dynamic duo. You got the Greek Freak and Dame Dollar. Dame time. Man, I watched their last in-season game. It was phenomenal. I mean, the Dame scored the last 9 points, like 9 points, like in the last minute. You know, and you know what Giannis is going to do. So these guys is balling. So beware of the Milwaukee Bucks. And last but not least, the mighty, mighty Trae Young. Hey, Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. It's very impressive, especially what they've been doing the last week. They went into Boston and beat Boston, smacked around the Bucks. They just putting hands on everybody. They've won like 6, 7 games, 6 out of the last 7. Atlanta Hawks is no joke. And do I need to say this? Is Trae Young the next Reggie Miller of the New York Knicks? I'm just being honest. I watched this man go in New York, dropping 40 after 40 after 40. He's dropped more 40 points in New York than Michael Jordan. Yes. Trae Young.
Look at this look by Jalen right there.
Impressive.
Jalen is looking at him like,
impressive. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks is balling. And what Trae is doing to New York, he's out there clowning, talking to the fans. And I saw the last game when Brunson was looking at him. The way Brunson was looking at him, if you let him run at him, he would have ran at him and tackled him or give him an uppercut or something. And Trae's out there pointing to the floor, you know, doing all of this stuff. And, you know, Brunson, I have tremendous respect for Brunson, because when they asked him about how he felt, and you know he was pissed, how he felt watching Trae Young do all of that stuff, you know, in New York. And he gave a simple answer. If we don't want him to do all that, we got to win the game. I love it. I love it. That's a competitor, you know, because somebody's on your home floor acting a fool. What you gonna do? Win the game. If you win the game, they can't act a fool. Speaking of acting a fool, did you see Steve Kerr?
Rockets advance.
What just happened? You know, loose ball, diving on the floor, 80 feet from the basket, and you're going to give a guy 2 free throws to decide the game.
Oh, stop complaining, man.
Just give them a timeout. Give them a timeout.
No, give them a foul. Stop fouling.
That's how you officiate. A call that I don't think an elementary school referee would have made.
Oh, that's just sour grapes. Quit complaining.
Said, you know what? I'm not going to decide a game on a loose ball 80 feet from.
Why don't you just don't foul?
Any benefits of not playing until Sunday? I mean, 3 days off has been a pretty frenetic schedule.
I'm not ready to answer that question. I'm pissed
0 points in 3 minutes of the game, and you're complaining.
This cup, and you know, we aren't going because of a loose ball foul 80 feet from the basket with the game on the line. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and that was ridiculous. Thank you.
Perk is back.
Did anybody see Steve Kerr? I was like, Steve, calm down. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. He's out there complaining. Oh, you know, we did this. The referee called the foul. Man, come on, man. The man dove on the man, right? You know, they can't just, you know, I know it's the last few seconds of the game. That don't mean it's the Wild Wild West. Everything goes. What if that man gets hurt? He rolls over him and hurts the man. Because you want to win the game? You don't want them to call the foul? Come on, Steve. You know better than that, man. Come on. I know you weren't happy late with the ref call, but come on. What you should have done is pull Draymond to the side and say, hey, Alphonse Sengun is abusing you. You can't let Sengun do that to you. You can't let he got Sengun. Ooh, I like that. Sangooned. That's what it's called when he does that. You just got Sangooned. Just like mossed. You got mossed, you got Sangooned. Ooh, I love it. So Draymond was the first one to get Sangooned. Oh, actually, he's not the first one to get Sangooned. He's the first one since the terminology, Sangooned. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. So, like I said, on the flip side, when you win, you get to talk a little bit of trash, you know. So, Steve Kerr, get over it. Trae Young is the new Reggie Miller for the Hawks. You know, to the Knicks, once again, he torched them. The rivalry continues.
Young, alley-oop pass to Hunter. And the largest lead is now 14. 7 seconds away from heading to Vegas. They've beaten the Cavs in Cleveland. They've beaten the Celtics in Boston. And perhaps on the verge of a win here in New York. Young's going to dribble it out. Second half, 61-46 in favor of the Hawks. And Young playing the showman and the villain here at Madison Square Garden. And this is a signature win.
Trae driving around Rose again, hits the floater, count the basket, and a foul on New York. Here comes Trae, we're down to 6, 5, Trae gets some daylight, Trae going up, gets it with .9, and he's done it again. They cannot stop Trae Young.
Trae Young had him on skates here, you know, going between the leg, crossing him up, double cross there. He gets all the way to the basket, which he's been doing all night long.
How about this for a garden party?
That's just a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot there by Trae. Again, just crosses him up. That's a thing of beauty. Gets all the way under the defense. Bottoms.
And Dame Dollar and, you know, Giannis, they turned up the heat. They turned up the heat. And, of course, the Thunder. I didn't give you guys enough accolades on here. You know, Shy. That boy is cold. I didn't appreciate your game. I have to be honest. I was one of those players that said, I wasn't sold on you. Then I watch you play. I watch a complete game. And I watch how you played the game. How you dominate. How you get other people involved. And how you are money. Money. And you got moves. Up and down. I'm like, oh, this boy got game. I do apologize, Mr. Shy. I wasn't sold on you, but now I'm sold. Yes, sir. Oklahoma City Thunder. So we have our 4 team. Oklahoma City Thunder will square up against the Houston Rockets, and the Atlanta Hawks will square up against the Milwaukee Bucks. The winners will meet for the finals. And we'll be right there to tell you exactly what happened, man. And in the meanwhile, I want you to check out some of these wonderful highlights, some of the plays, some dunks, some action from all the NBA throughout the month, the weeks. Check it out.
Amazing to watch them just get better. Tobias Harris. There you go. 8 threes, 27 points. And the thing is, Sam, they're doing this without Jason Tatum on.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. But Boston Celtics are rolling. They got Porzingis back. They're playing on all levels. They can sit Tatum tonight. They still don't skip a beat. And that guy right there,
Six Man of the
they're
Year.
going to Six Man of the Year right there. He is playing.
Pritchard is balling.
A new hero.
Houston had a 7-point lead at the break. In the third, where Steph Curry
Uh-oh.
all the way.
Steph is nice, yo.
Then 6 minutes in the third.
Look at this.
4-point game. Curry.
Steph doing Steph easy.
Gets it to go and the foul anyway. He did miss the free throw, but the Warriors cut that lead at 2. Brandon Pajemski. Lindsey Waters the third with a 3. Golden State ties it, and it's 63. Buddy Hield.
Got a ball game. Buddy Hield, my goodness.
That's how Golden State took the lead. They were up 1 at the end of 3. Then in the fourth, Curry, Jonathan Kuminga knocking down the 3. Golden State up 7, but with 2 minutes left, Rockets down 6. Fred VanVleet, and this is the catalyst for Houston. The 3 makes it a 3-point game. Then 32 seconds to play. Rockets.
Our next segment is the world affairs. Anyone that has turned on the TV, I'm sure that you've seen a lot of things going on. We're not going to talk about the CEO shooting. You know, I want to focus on sports-related news. The world affairs that I want to speak about is Syria. The Syrian government, the president of Syria, President Assad, has been overthrown by the people, the republic. Now, to something very heavy. This is something obviously that's very heavy. This man has ruled, Syria for 24 years. And before that, his father ruled the country for 30 years. So there's been 54 years of regime, the Assad regime, on the Syrian people. Now, this regime has been brutal, to say the least. And honestly, my heart goes out to the Syrian people. These are very beautiful people, very kind people. I had the privilege of playing basketball in the country. And in fact, it's a surreal experience playing in front of this particular president, President Assad. And I played not once, but twice in front of him, even shaking his hand. It's wild to think about it now. The streets are full of celebrations. And while it's still early in the days, I hope that this marks the beginning of a brighter future for the Syrian people. I know personally, from the time that I was there, the people are very warm, very accommodating. And you can tell, they spoke quietly about the regime and the brutalities. But obviously, Syria wasn't a place where you're allowed to free your opinion in the general public. So there's no doubt that obviously with the fall of the presidency, the people are now allowed to celebrate and rejoice. And I'm sure there's going to be a brighter future without the brutal regime cracking down on people. All right, so now on to the next segment, which is this segment. I honestly, I don't know what to call this segment. It's like, what the hell are you doing? That's what I call this one. What the hell are you doing? And this is Marcus Jordan. I saw a news report that Marcus Jordan is dating Nicole Murphy. Now, for those unaware, Nicole Murphy would be Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. She's 56 years old. Yes, 56. Now, she's a hot-looking woman, don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful woman. She's 56 years old. Marcus Jordan, if you don't know Marcus Jordan, he was recently dating Larissa Pippen. And you said, Pippen, where have I heard that name before? Pippen. Yes, the same Pippen. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Yes, Michael Jordan's teammate. Marcus, oh boy. Oh boy. Marcus Jordan, we need to talk. We need to talk. First, you smashed Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, effectively destroying the relationship between your dad and MJ and Scottie. Why, bruh? Why? Out of all the women in the world, and now you're dating Nicole Murphy? Nicole Murphy? The woman is 56 years old. She's got kids older than you. She's got 5 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kids. My goodness. I think 2 of her kids are older than you. My God, Marcus. Marcus. What are you doing? What are you doing, bruh? I mean, imagine. Let's see. Marcus, let's have a talk. Imagine if the roles were reversed. I mean, imagine one of your boys smashing Juanita Jordan, your mama. Yeah. He comes over, you think y'all gonna play a video game. He's like, nah, I came to see your moms. You know, Juanita, hey, bring me a plate. How would you feel, bruh? How would you feel? Come on. Out of all the women, bruh, you can't find a woman in your age bracket that's not, your daddy's friend's wife or ex-wife. You've been on the news a lot, bruh, for the wrong reasons. For the wrong reasons. Come on, man. Don't get me wrong. Nicole Murphy she's hot. But still. What do y'all think? You think Marcus is on the right track dating the ex-wives of his dad's friends and, teammates? I don't know what to make of it, but check out the video of Nicole Murphy. I mean, she's living her life on that yacht. She's doing it. But still, just think about your moms. Marcus, think about your moms. How would you like it? Marcus? Marcus, stop it. You could be like Bronny out there balling. Well, you could be out there. Man, you could be out there. Look, Bronny just hit 30 points, I heard. In the G League, he just hit 30 points. If he can do it, you can do it. Or stop doing the people you're doing. Hey, Marcus, stop it. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm leaving that alone. So let's get off of that. But I don't like that. Speaking of Bronny and the James family, shout out to Bronny James. The kid is out there, dude. He's living his life, man. We give him a hard time a lot. What people don't understand is that, with the, fame and the accolades also comes, the criticisms. It's just so funny that when people get all bent out of shape, anytime that you criticize Bronny or LeBron or, why are you picking on them? Man, dude, get a life, man. These people, they get enough accolades and people telling them that they're great. Okay, if you tell the truth, when they mess up, it's okay. They can handle it. They got thick skin. They're not gonna crumple up and die. Believe me. They get yelled at, they get cussed out, all that. The human beings. So relax. I know you're a fan and you like, your heroes to be flawless. They're not flawless. They make mistakes and they got problems, just like everybody else. I make fun of Bronny because sometimes, you got to make fun of him when his dad elevates him to the level. I remember when he was at USC, his dad elevated him like, oh, he could be helping the Lakers right now. Well, he's on the Lakers and he's not helping the Lakers, right? So it's like, so when you call out that nonsense that, then people get mad at you. Oh, why you? No, you have to tell the truth. Unfortunately, people don't like the truth sometimes, but it needs to be told, But there's a rumor swirling around out there that LeBron James might want to join the Warriors to team up with Steph Curry. Ooh. What do you think about that? As a Laker fan, I'll be happy to see him go. I mean, thank you for your service. It's kind of like, thank you for your service. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Thank you. I appreciate it. And when I say that, some people get mad. Oh, dude, like, what do you, like, you have to be realistic. Let's think about this for a while, right? The man came to Los Angeles. You had all this young talent that is now sprinkled around all over the NBA. All sprinkled all around the NBA. Even when he got the bubble ring, right? The COVID title. And believe me, I'm a Laker fan. We'll take any kind of title, Yes, we'll take that bubble ring. But the reality is it's just what it is. It was a championship that was under strenuous situation. You can say that it's harder even, right? But without the fans, it takes a little bit of the luster away. But nevertheless, it's a championship. We're not going to cry about it, especially when we're the one that got it, right? So after, you got to think, this man has been in the league 22 years, right? 22 years now. And he's got 4 championships. Do the math, right? 4 championships. Is that a little bit over 6 years? He gets a championship, right? So if he got you one, does he have 6 years before he gets you another one? You think he can get another one? Do you think he's going to be able to play 6 more years at a high level? You've had the best of LeBron. We've seen the best of LeBron. So if he wants to go to the Warriors, and by the way, LeBron has a no trade clause, right? So he's got to want to go, and before they can trade him, because he can veto the trade if he doesn't like the team, or if if they just want to trade him on their own. So he has to request a trade in terms of he's got to want to be traded in order to go. But the truth of the matter is the Warriors are probably going to have to give up a whole lot to get him. And if he gets on the Warriors, knowing, the past record of every organization that he's been to, he's going to want to mortgage their future, so to try to get him a championship. And, that's where the Lakers went wrong. They forgot that they're a championship organization and got into the business of LeBron. Which doesn't translate into championships, unfortunately. I mean, I'm just speaking facts. It translates into good efforts. It translates into every year high hopes, every year retirement threats, every year, more, roster shakeups, coaches fired, those kind of things. Those are the normal process that normally happen. And that's what I expect to happen in the next year, next 2 years. Eventually, he'll leave town with no other championships. I hate to say it that way. So I did love to see him go. Maybe the Lakers can rebuild and get some pieces. So what do you think about that? Do you think LeBron should go to the Warriors? As a Warrior fans, do you want LeBron? leave your comment. It's interesting to see what you think, what anybody thinks in this situation. I'm very, very interested in it. Now, there's a lot that's been going on that we covered, and I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone that's been supporting my channel, that's watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button, subscribe. And till next time, this is Kingsley with Real Talk, and I love everyone that's out there that's supporting us. Please, if you haven't watched basketball, take the time to watch the in-season tournament this weekend, right? Basketball is on and cracking now, but it's really a good time to be a basketball fan. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So please hit the like button again, subscribe. Until next time, we're going to keep it real. From celebrity drama to historic sports moments, NBA rivalries, and world-changing events, we covered it all. Don't forget to share your thoughts. Till next time, it's Kingsley with Real Talk.